Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. Yeah.
Darn it. Oh, well, we're back. We're back. even though we didn't look that fantastic on Saturday afternoon, HerbnRodg are always here. We're looking better than ever.
Yes. Well, let's be clear here. HerbnRodg looked amazing.
Yes.
The team did not. Yes. Kat, you try to start us off with the bad news already? Dang.
Yeah. Let's see what did Kat say. Hold on.
Housekeeping.
Yes.
Welcome into the show, everybody.
Yes.
Great show for you tonight. First Wednesday show. So we have to run over, this is what our new format is. For those of you that kind of missed it, Saturdays are our recap days. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to do our best to recap how Alabama plays that day and then go into the rest of college football as well. So that's going to be a recap day. On the event that it goes too long on Saturday, Sunday would be a day where we post videos.
Yeah.
We're about to rush.
Yeah, and let's clarify everything. We're not moving days simply because we don't want to talk about the previous week's game. This was a decision that this was something Herb and I started discussing several weeks ago, maybe even almost a month ago. We said we might need to go ahead and move to Wednesdays because it's a better time slot for us, and it's a better opportunity for us to kind of give you all of our information out. So we had already talked about this weeks ago, and to Herb's point again, Saturday night we'll try a recap depending on the games and depending on the schedule. And then Wednesday will just be our regular show, which will be more of a preview show to the next week.
Yes. Yep. So, of course, we'll answer any questions, especially with having us been there. But we are trying to move forward. Like Russia, it's not based on the game. It's based on, this time slot. Of course, I'm looking around, and then there's still other shows on that we definitely like. Yeah. So I'm going to go say hello to somebody here in a minute. Other than that, that's kind of the thing. Oh, it's a couple other things in the works. For the Georgia game, Raj and I will be in the same place at the same time. Yes. So we are considering a live stream of that game.
Yes.
So
let us know. Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think of the idea of a live stream. This is something else Herb and I have discussed. But due to us being 10 hours away, it's kind of hard to do all the time or do frequently. So Herb and his beautiful wife are going to come down here the weekend of that game. And we want to live stream the Georgia-Alabama game. Hoping that happens. And another thing, so the last two times Herb and I watched a game in person.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
We won on TV. Now, the last two times we actually attended a game. Yeah.
The last two times we watched a game in person?
Wasn't it the 2023 SEC Championship and then this one? Unless I'm missing something in 2024, but I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, no, we watched the SEC Championship 2023. What was the other game that we watched last year together?
I don't remember. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah. So
if I got you.
Go ahead.
Now the last two games we attended in person to each other. The teams ended up storming the field. So we got a pretty awkward streak going on here.
Yeah, it's we're gonna get banned from road games, and teams are gonna start inviting us. Like people are gonna have tickets for us. Don't be surprised all of a sudden Georgia comes up with tickets. Hey, we got tickets for you guys. So, we're neglecting our people. So let's say hello to the people that migrated over to say what's up to us. Happy National Baby Back Ribs Day. I could use some for sure. Oh yeah. We're gonna get to that, Raj. We'll go say hello and we'll get down to what Kat said. Happy to pour, but yeah. I mean, check out Raj's video too on the possibilities of what could happen if you fire him. But let's just say he's not sitting pretty. You better be cussing somebody out in practice today. Let's see. What's up, Lady Alpha? Roll Tide to you. She said she's multitasking. I wonder if she's trying to set up for her podcast. Yep. And Carol, I jumped in on Randy's today, so she's talking about that. So we were there earlier for that. Yes, please hit the like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We just appreciate y'all. We've got past 500 on the way to 1,000. But it may be a pit stop at 600. We'll see. Yeah. Trina, Roll Tide. I know you've been busy. Several events, several Canadian football events running around and family stuff. So thank you for stopping in. Roll Tide to you. Timothy said, what's up to them? Another Georgia Bulldog that migrated. Timothy thinks that the team that we saw against Florida State, even though it's a Georgia Bulldog, would not be the same team in Athens. So he was it was good.
I only hope Timothy's right. Again, this is something that we'll have to see on the field. We'll get into that to the show. But Timothy, thank you for joining us, and we hope you're right.
Yep. Mike, wrong side. Yes, it was confusing for us as well. Yesterday, I just felt weird. I was like,
it felt weird not doing something Tuesday night at 8 p.m. I was like,
yes.
Okay, yeah.
And then to this, Kat, we got a text about it just like a few minutes ago, right before we went on air.
Right before we got the show.
Don't have his PFF grades, but I think he was the third most defender. But 21 snaps. I'm sorry, not the third most. He had 21 snaps at the nose tackle position, out for the season. With the injuries that are kind of moving in, this is another one sucks. The line obviously needed the help. Who were the names? Ross Simmons and Faga?
Isaiah Faga and London Simmons. And keep in mind, Beeman was already backing up Tim Keenan, and we still don't have a good timetable from that. DeBoer said Keenan's progressing, so we're hoping he's back for the Georgia game. But I can't sit up here and say that's going to happen. So now Beeman's out for the season. So you just got to keep going down your depth chart. This is why you recruit. This is why you get your depth. And we'll see who the next man up is.
Yeah, but definitely sucks. To start off your season with injuries already and then get another guy banged up in the game that you lose. And before anybody asks, injuries are not why we lost. We were up front.
That had nothing to do
with
with
that.
Yeah. We mentioned that. We mentioned that on our Saturday Night Live show. We said that had nothing to do with the injuries. That we lost because we outplayed, outmatched in every facet of the game. That's why we lost again. Yep.
She said, What's up, Nick?
Nick Beasley in the building.
One of the shows that kicked us off of Tuesday because his show was just a powerhouse and we couldn't compete with him. So we said, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Sadie's in the house. Sadie, are you sticking around or do you need to get out of here? Let me know because I lost not a bet, but I pushed Sadie into a pool with her dress on. And so I have a punishment coming. So,
Yikes.
I think this is about our live stream. It's really exciting. Oh, yeah. I mean, so both our wives have already, expressed their concerns. My wife's like, if y'all are streaming, I don't want to be sitting next to you. And then Rod's wife was like, don't wake the kids. So this could be one of the goofier live streams. We have been in places before, like at the SEC championship game, where it's.
Yes, that's how it was because the twins were only a couple months old at the time, and we didn't want to wake them. So we were like, yeah. So I'm hoping we can show a little more excitement to this game, depending on the outcome. But I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yep. Timothy said he'd tune in, or he said it would be awesome. I'm sure his eyes would be on the game, but he said, we appreciate it either way. This is a real thing, by the way. Can we go to no more road games together?
I don't know, man. The thing is, I don't. It's going to happen eventually. We're going to go to more road games, but these past two, we just kind of threw up some big L's. So, and we haven't even talked about 2026. We didn't even look at that schedule to kind of even.
And we're going to Ohio State for sure. So we're making that happen.
That's 2027 though, right?
Yeah. Yes. No. Yeah, 2027. Yeah. We saw pissed. Oh wow, DeBoer is. I think he's hearing the noise too, and like everybody's like, "You're not mad."
I think so.
He's like, "Okay, I'll show you mad." So.
And I want one thing about that is like after the loss, I hate we hate going to social media and seeing what everybody has to say, but maybe that's something that the fans or the players need to listen to. Not every little thing verbatim, but just hearing the energy going around the team and just around Tuscaloosa right now is probably something that they need to feel to kind of give them a little kick in the butt.
Yeah.
So.
I would have chopped somebody's head off as an example to everybody else, but that's just me.
Right.
Nick, I just want to be competitive at this point.
Yeah,
I love that. And people also said year 2 is when he turned stuff around. But man, I just need us competitive.
We haven't seen it, and at this point, we're just hoping, praying we can still squeeze into the playoffs. Extremely tough road ahead, and it's just so I'm not even thinking national championship or any of that. Let's just end the season strong at this point. So, evening, Randy.
What up, Randy? Yep.
Thank you for joining
us. Good show
us
tonight, man. As always. Yep. Good to see you. Yes, you absolutely do because Wednesday still feels so weird. Yeah, like I said, we just heard about it right before this, so definitely sucks. Appreciate you, Timothy. Always appreciate you, man. And let's see. She said I'm sticking around. Okay, because I was going to get to it right before, but if you have to go, please let me know. You can do text or post here, and we'll make sure you get yours before you have to leave. Promise. He said, "Don't blame me for the change." Yes. Nick called me and said, "If you don't move your show from when my show is," and I could just hear it through the phone, him doing that. So I was like, okay, man. Yeah. Yes, the live stream, Alabama versus Georgia, which I was surprised. We text Randy that he wasn't even excited. He's like, oh, cool. Y'all should have fun or whatever. I was like, Randy, it's like a watch party.
Busy. Yeah.
It is. Carol, we hope you stop by to say what's up. Do we play Chattanooga School for the... What if we went to us versus Chattanooga School for the Blind and lost that? They would never let us go to.
We can't talk about Alabama before, but yeah, our team would be placed on like probation for like 10 years or something. I don't know. Yeah. That's it.
All right. And just so you guys can kind of see how our weekend went, there are a couple pictures. Look, it sucks to lose, but we did have fun.
Had a great time
for a minute. It was a great time, and then all of a sudden it went to this. We were still sitting there when the rain started right before, and Rodg was like, wanting to go to the bathroom like everybody's going now. And I was like, it doesn't even matter anymore. I sat down with that face right there in the rain and just was like this. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. And Rodg, this was sent to me by a friend. I'm digging this already.
A friend, yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? That guy who shot up the bird was probably pissed, but then afterwards, when he got home and realized he was a meme, he was like, "Yes, I made it." Yes.
All right, let's just say we were all feeling what you were feeling there.
The same way.
Yep. We did LA, but you didn't threaten us like Nick threatened us.
Yeah.
So you were at least nice about it. Nick, he scared us off. So I get that. Randy, because we've been talking about it so long, and it's like when you say, "Hey, I did this," and I was like, "Okay." I was like,
question regarding the live stream, Randy, would you be able to live stream as well? Is that something you're thinking about as well? That would be pretty cool if we could all do it. I don't know if we could all do it together or how that would work. Just that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you for joining us.
Good to see you, man. Good to hear from you. I'll have to text you after the show too. Knowing me, though, I'll text you and you'll get it in a week because I'm just that bad at texting. So it's all me. I'm sorry. And what was the last one? It absolutely was. I think I said that on Saturday too as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good to do stuff. It was good to film stuff together too, and just have just to be creative and do that. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And yes, that was it didn't take long, honestly, after the first drive for us to kind of be upset about everything.
One thing I'll say regarding Nick's point, yes, being together and the memories, we'll cherish forever. But being around that bawdy crowd in Tallahassee was not always fun, but it creates for good engagement on social media after you lose a game. Man, our YouTubes were blowing up, social media is blowing up, people coming back from stuff we posted this summer like, what happened? I thought the disrespect was going to be addressed. Hey, you got me. And then when you respond, I'm polite about everything. So they're like, oh, okay, cool, man. I'm like, yeah, I got you, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That crow that we had to eat after the game was not very piquant, but you do get by.
It wasn't very what? It wasn't very what?
Piquants. wait. Piquants. Excuse me. Piquants. So, we people jumping on your videos from like weeks ago, making comments, and one guy was like, "Oh, you got trash. We beat you." Da, da, da. And Rodg posted, "Hey man, congrats on the win." And the guy was like, "Oh man, now I feel bad."
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. We lost fair and square. Cool. Like I said, thank you for commenting on our YouTube page. I appreciate that.
Yes. Hey, look, all engagement is good engagement to us. So that's it.
Yep.
Dang, did I not load up that picture?
Which one?
What Carlton's asking about.
Shout out to Carlton Avey, the one and the only, my best friend.
Yes, sir. Carlton, we definitely got to get together soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Timothy,
good night, Tim.
We appreciate you. And I'll try and catch you on that show as well, man. One thing I am happy about not having a Thursday show right now is I'll get to catch the Powers Hour every week, man. Joe and Randy do a great job.
Yeah.
So
remind me again, is that 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. or which time is it? What time is the SEC Power Hour under, Randy?
Yep, I've heard because I feel like they'd move times. And Randy says he's not sure about the thing.
Yeah.
One being Herb. Nick, we love you. We love your show, man. You and Rodney do a good job. Last night's show, I think, was one of your best too. So
yes, I went back and watched it today. It was a good show.
To run us, but feel bad when we're like, yep, kicked our ass. Yeah. Kat, when you get beat, there's not much you can say. There's no trash talk back. You're just like, yeah, that happened. So, what are you supposed to do? Yeah. Rod, we wanted to mention just real quick, because we did our Saturday show, this is probably the only time this will happen. We did have some Sunday games. Did you have any strong thoughts about Miami, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, or TCU, North Carolina that you wanted to throw out there? Otherwise, we'll move on, but that's up to you.
I think Notre Dame Miami was the best weekend game all this weekend for college football. The best week one game.
Yep.
LSU Clemson was close, but I'm going to be honest with you.
By the way, we only have 2 Georgia people left, but do y'all have any strong thoughts one way or another about Beck? And they can be like, because I know my thoughts when a person transfers, I'm like, whatever, good on you. It doesn't matter anymore. And I stole that straight from Randy. But if y'all do, I just want to go ahead, Raj. I'm sorry.
No, Notre Dame Miami was the best week one game in my opinion. Scoring action in there. Carson Beck looked good. Notre Dame. I originally picked Notre Dame to win because I thought their defense was going to be stronger. I know they had the better secondary, but I failed to play into the fact that this was going to be CJ Carr's first game. One reoccurring thing we saw in week one was a lot of starting quarterbacks had a rough start. Ty Simpson didn't play horrible, had a rough start. Arch Manning had a rough start, didn't look good. CJ Carr, and put up, I forgot what it was, 24-17. Put up a number of points, but didn't look great. Notre Dame Miami was the best game. The worst game may have been TCU and North Carolina, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh.
I think there was the only hype around UNC was Belichick and his girlfriend. Other than that, that was a blowout. That was a complete blowout. And some people forget that TCU was 9-4 last year. So they weren't bringing in a bad team, but I didn't think North Carolina was going to be that bad.
No.
Yeah.
Bo always says if you have a lot of noise in your off season, it's probably not going to be a good season. There was too much noise around Belichick and his girlfriend, even during the game in her outfit. I was like, this might turn bad in a hurry. Yeah. So, this was how I packed for this trip.
Yes.
It was
absolutely ridiculous. If you want to see our reactions, check out our TikTok. We got some views on this one. So, check it out. It was I couldn't believe it, but I think Herb
wasn't like it all.
I think Herb grabbed about 40% of the items that were in his closet, and he just threw them in a bag and said, "Let's go." But
hats wise, maybe that's 40, but shirts wise, I got some ammo. I should pack them all up one day and I'll bring them all to Dallas. We might need them against Georgia. So Gordon deserves a raise. I didn't see it, Nick, so send it to me if we got it. And here's the Beck thoughts. And I agree with that too as well. I think they were ready to move on.
I feel like,
of course.
I feel like the whole Beck situation wasn't necessarily his play on the field, but it was just off the field and his attitude and his demeanor within the locker room. And I think that was the situation. But I think he'll do good at Miami. He'll go to the draft next year, and then it is what it is.
Yeah, I forgot one solid one from. And we appreciate you, Nick. Like I said, we always support you. So,
yeah. Of course.
All right. Good rundown, Rodg. Good rundown. I said, this is the only time that'll happen. On Saturdays, usually Saturday. And thank y'all again for everybody who was able to support us on Saturday night. We know the times were announced randomly, so no shade towards anybody who couldn't. It's hard to follow. It's a very fluid situation every week, but our Saturday show does better than our Wednesday show. So however that works, we'll keep it going. We appreciate you guys for sure. Even this week, I think because of the amount of post-game shows, we're going to go live during the fourth quarter of the game and make that our wrap-up show. And if we have any other thoughts, we'll release a video Sunday morning.
Yeah, so Saturday night will be like a fourth quarter mini stream practicing for the Georgia game and then like a wrap-up show as well. So, yeah.
Randy, you've done one before. Do we have to stretch first before we do a live stream of the game? Like, how does that work? What do we have to do?
I do think we need to have costumes for the Georgia game. We need to have some sort of costumes in order to live stream. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
So what are the so
I don't know. We'll look into it.
The Tuesday show, the gun show Friday, on Hunch Saturday. I'm tired of you. Oh, cat. But you love us, though. That's the problem. So, all right, let's move on to the next topic that we had up. The AP poll got released.
Yes.
You want my first thoughts?
Go ahead.
Alabama shouldn't even be in it.
Yeah,
if I'm Tennessee, I'm like, we won our game.
Right.
Both teams were favored by the same amount, right? I guess Tennessee's was a neutral site, and Alabama's was on the road. But still, one team got smoked and one team smoked the other. Like, I don't even understand.
Yeah.
And this is why polls are funny, because you can start off at 5 or 6 if you lose, you're at 21. We shouldn't be ranked. We should. There's nothing I saw week 1 that makes me think we're the 21st best team in the country.
It's funny. I went on Damo's TikTok live Monday night, and I was there for about 5 or 10 minutes. And one question that Damo posed, he says, "Where do you all think Alabama will rank?"
See?
I blurted out 20. I said probably around 20, and people laughed. We're not going to be that low. I said, dude, we lost to an unranked team by 2 touchdowns, and we were favored by over 2 touchdowns. We're going to be low. We'll be lucky to get 20-21, and we ended up at 21. To Herb's point, I mean, if we're unranked, that doesn't bother me at all. I honestly don't care. We have to find our way back into it. We have a really, really tough uphill battle. Let me ask you this. Do you think it was fair to rank Florida State at 14? Do you think they should have been higher or lower? Or is that pretty accurate?
I think it's a crapshoot. They were unranked when we went into this, right?
Yep.
So 14 just like week 2, they just made up numbers. So, dropping us and throwing them in the middle. Yeah. I only looked at ours and said we shouldn't be ranked. Everyone else, I'm just kind of like, Florida State, I guess that's fair. I'd throw them up wherever. You can honestly put them wherever you want at this point. Texas only falling to 7, I think, was fair because you played the team that was 3 and now they're number 1 on the road. So, which, by the way, I do think neutral site games might stick around to out of these big out of conferences, but I don't think teams are really going to want to keep traveling on the road. Both Texas and Alabama started a week. People make it. Well, I know Arch is making his first start, but this is his first full year as a starter. Like, you don't want to go to Florida State and Ohio State as your first games. That's crazy. I'd rather either be a cupcake or a neutral site game. So I think those might go away. But says sips and snacks are a bust. I get it. So Jay Bake says stuff is really, really crazy around here. At least your ranking can drink. You know what? I think, well, shoot, I don't know. I wish our ranking was like, our ranking should be collecting Social Security. How about that? Yes. Oh, that was the worst part about beating the game when they're playing that bad. You can't get any alcohol. I can't do my clothing changes, and you just have to sit there. So
you just have to sit there. We didn't really want to do anything else. Herb and I, prior to the game, said we're going to go somewhere to a local hydration center and watch the LSU Clemson game and enjoy it. Talk to
wait. Where were we going?
A local hydration center. And watch the LSU Clemson game because we wanted to be able to wear our Bama gear proudly, talk to some fans, blah 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 blah. But after the loss, we were like, man, let's just go back to the hotel. It is what it is. And we still are gonna wear our stuff proudly. I was wearing it on the plane back. On my plane back, it was full of Seminole fans, full of them. They're looking at me. I'm like, okay, cool. I get on the plane. The stewardess says, "You're going to stand out on this one." I said, "Roll Tide." That's how it is. Roll Tide.
Yeah, that's what it is. And no, we hadn't really talked to the fans that were sitting in front of us were 2 older guys, and we had a group to our right that was yelling and cussing out Alabama fans, and the guys in front of us were actually telling them, "Hey, man, knock it off.
Just chill
this
out.
Isn't how we are." So we shook their hands on the way out. Congratulate them. They say, "Hey, man, good job, guys." And, so it was cool. We ended up being there was Florida State fans to the front and behind us, but none of the fans that were closest to us gave us a hard time.
And I tell this every time. Whenever you go to a sporting event in person, you're going to have the same type of group of fans. You're going to have some ones that are cordial, want to talk to you, friendly banter, so forth and so on. But then you're going to have some bad apples that just want to poke and prod at you and try to basically start stuff. And we're not like that. We're not like that. We're just going to shake your hands. Congratulations. Good game. Safe travels. And that's it. It's not worth it.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
Prize for Glenn for Punch My Sage. I can still wear Bama. Yeah, I agree with you. And Raj?
Stay tuned, man. You have to tune in. Stay tuned to the TikTok and whatever. Maybe even YouTube too. We'll let you know. But Darnell is still around. He
go.
is not going anywhere.
Yep.
Shout
What's up, Crimson Watch? First off, good to have you back.
And kudos to the Crimson Watch for reaching 1K. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Kudos.
That was pretty nice. So,
yeah.
I don't know if it's because we had practice at Oklahoma. So the only thing worse about Florida State was the rain. Otherwise, yeah, it was tough.
It was the rain.
Like I said, we went straight back to the hotel and there was plenty of alcohol.
We hydrated.
Great supporter.
Yeah,
very well hydrated. The hydration center. Yeah. But and if y'all are not subscribed, this is another great Alabama content creator right here. Go check out Crimson Watch. Always great stuff. Always very honest. Like she's not tiptoeing around any of it. She's gonna tell you exactly how it is, good or bad for the team. So
yep.
Go check her out, please. Like I said, it was just that group for us. We had a couple of trash talkers before the game, but they weren't bad. It was just that one group for us. So that, Carol, I think we were lucky. Like I said, the people in front and back, because there's definitely some bad ones out there. But people probably say the same thing about Alabama fans too.
Exactly.
Nick, I'll hold that comment for Rodg at the end of the game or at the end of the show.
Yep.
Any other surprise, Rodg? Top 25, or be honest, do you even care after Alabama's?
No, I mean the LSU Clemson game. It was a good game, but I was so down in my feelings that I didn't really get too enthusiastic about watching it. I was just like, it is what it is. That was a good game. I text Randy. I think we texted him about the Georgia game. Obviously, we didn't watch the Georgia game, just saw some of the highlights, but apparently Georgia looked good. Excuse me.
But the rankings-wise, do you think?
Rankings-wise,
she was at 3 now. Yeah.
No, they beat Clemson.
Not really.
So no, I'm fine with that being at 3. And I think, obviously Michigan plays Oklahoma. That's probably going to be the biggest game of week 2. So, those two roles may switch or something like that. But as far as us overall just being at 21, I mean, we might just be here for a little while. Everything's going to come down to the Athens game, and we'll see what happens there.
Sadie, if you're here, we're about to pay up on your bet, but I want to make sure that you're here first. I'm also texting her.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will start to talk a little bit about this week. So this is the problem. Everyone always says, like, what do you need to see from Alabama? How are they bounced back? You're not going to know if we've bounced back until Georgia, right?
Exactly.
I understand.
Exactly.
I should not be overlooking Wisconsin, but it is still a home game and a team that I just don't fear as much as any SEC team, right? I always feel like Wisconsin. Oh, here, Rodg, we gotta pay up. I gotta pay up my bet real quick. Okay. Again, Sadie's an Auburn fan, right? Has done with great content for us in the past, especially with basketball stuff. I pushed her in a pool with her dress on. Now I gotta pay up.
Yes,
I'm not that great a guy.
Yes.
Good morning, guys. Just wanted to get on here and say a couple things about Auburn. So we beat Baylor. That was fun. But to get to the nitty gritty, offense looked much improved. We took what they gave us. They gave us the run game. We took the run game. We ran it down their throats, over 300 yards. I'll take that any day of the week. We still got some passing game to go. We'll see what happens the next 2 games. I'm not worried until Oklahoma. That's our next real test. Baylor looked pretty good in the passing game. They threw for over 300 yards against us. That was not fun. So we got some cleaning up to do over there. But the D-line showed up. They didn't let them rush anything less than 100 yards. So we got some things to work out. But overall, I'll take the W every time, especially on the road. I don't know about a hostile environment, but Baylor fans were there. But Auburn fans really showed up and showed out. We're really good about that. So we'll see what happens this week. We play Ball State. I just would like to see Arnold push the ball down the field through the passing game, which I'm not really worried that's not going to happen against Ball State. We got some things we need to work on through defensive safeties and the corners and communications, some scheme stuff. But I think it'll work itself out in the next 2 games. If it doesn't, then I'm going to be concerned because defense is supposed to be our bread and butter. But offense looked good last week through the run, so that's good. That's promising. We do have a couple guys that got banged up. Champ's out. He had to have thumb surgery, so that's not great. He just got back from injury from last year. But other than that, proud of the boys for going on the road and getting the W. We much needed that. He was definitely on the hot seat, so he's got to get them 8 wins. All right, War Eagle.
Oh gosh, Sadie. I'm just playing with Sadie. I'm messing with
Sadie. Me out, huh? It's Rod's knitting.
Sadie, I'm messing with you. Kudos to your team. Y'all won. Any thoughts on that game, Herb? I mean, I think obviously we did watch that one Friday night, but I mean,
well,
to Sadie's point, if the defense is gonna give you the run, then take it. It's the first game of the season. We'll see if the offense develops more than that as far as the passing game. But I mean, run it down the throat.
No.
Get the W.
It's funny because Bo texted me after and it was like, this is not sustainable. Like at some point, Jackson Arnold's you can't have one of the best wide receiving cores, in the SEC and in the nation and not feed them. So it's going to be interesting when somebody takes his legs away. Can he do that? So let's go back up. Yeah. And that's kind of what we're getting at with these next 2 games. You don't prove anything until you've almost made Georgia a must win. You can't drop 2 games this early in the season and still have the bulkier schedule. So I was giving us 10-2. I just didn't think one would be so fast. So let's see what else. Yeah. And it was like key moments or like, what was it? The kickoff return. They didn't capitalize, I don't think, early on against it. So it's a much better roster. Yeah. But I was surprised the line was even as close as it was. So Sadie says I'll be here every week. Even after they lose.
Oh yeah.
Because Jay Bake said they're going to lose to South Alabama, Sadie.
30-28. He's been saying it for a while now. 30-28. Shout out to Jay Bake.
Yeah. Because I don't remember what game was before that game in 07, but I don't feel the same vibes because they lost to Florida State, and there's no way they can we can't overlook anybody. Like I keep talking about Wisconsin, like I still need a big victory there, but I just don't think they can overlook ULM like they could in the past.
I was about to say I'm not overlooking the Wisconsin game at all based on how we're playing. I'm taking it week by week. I'm okay with this game Saturday because it's at home and it is Louisiana Monroe. Will we cover? I don't know about that. I'm just hoping that Ty.
Can you tell that we don't know anything anymore?
I'm just hoping that Ty looks better. He looks more comfortable, and I want him to just get more reps in and throwing the ball because I feel like over the next several games, especially when we start SEC play, Ty passing the ball is what's going to help us get some of these wins. Obviously, when we play
40 times a game.
Not 40 times. No, your starting quarterback should not be throwing the ball 43 times a game. That I agree 1,000% with her. But this game Saturday, you might probably won't throw for 40 times. Yes, I do agree with you. I'm hoping that he gets enough some reps in, get some passes in, scores some touchdowns, and then we get to see the backups. But I told you what's going to happen when we see the backups. If one of the backups throws a nice pass, when one of the backups throws a nice pass, someone's going to come out and say, "Well, why didn't they play against Florida State?" Say, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Crimson White. Yes, we absolutely are.
We don't know. Crimson White, we don't know if we'll cover. What is the line, like 35.5 or something like that?
Yeah, our faith is at an all-time low. I'm sorry. Crimson Watch,
I'm not even looking at those numbers. It's just I just want to
36.5 is what I have on ESPN right now. So
we'll see what happens.
Jay Bake, you gotta believe. We struggle. I might be MIA for a year. I mean, I just wouldn't be. Yes, it absolutely is. So bring marshmallows, everybody. Bring marshmallows.
Yeah.
All right. So also got strong bet. Dang. So what could you see out of this game against ULM that will actually make you like, okay, do you have to be up 30 at the half to feel good? I mean, what if you're up 20
my honest answer?
You're like,
62. It needs to be at least 62 or 70-7, and that will make me happy. that will make me happy.
So you got a couple questions in here.
Again, what I need to see offensively is Ty going down the field a little more, and then Ty throwing better on the run. Those are the two things that were lacking this past game. It didn't help that we had a couple of drop passes. Also, Ty scrambling. If Ty's going to scramble that much, and I'm not saying he planned to scramble that much. In that second half, he was running for his life. But if you have enough scramble and you got those legs, go ahead and get the extra 3 or 4 yards and get the first down. I wouldn't mind seeing Ty doing that. But overall,
he's got legs and he knows how to use them.
Wait, what song is that? I don't know.
I think it's a commercial, but go ahead and finish it. It's She's Got Legs in the commercial.
You said he's got legs?
Yeah. Because you said Ty knows how to use his legs. I was trying to back you up.
I will say Jeremy Bernard will have another 100-yard receiving game. And shout out to Jeremy Bernard. No complaints about that guy.
Oh, we didn't even give our MVPs.
We didn't.
Jeremy Bernard.
Jeremy Bernard.
Jeremy Bernard's the easy one. I'm giving Kevin Riley one of my MVPs from this last game.
Okay, mine's good. I can see that. I want to see him get more touches on the ball too. I think going into this past game, we didn't know what the running back situation was going to look like, but Kevin Riley, he did pretty good. I gave it to him.
Another one I'll go to for the carries that he was given. I don't think it's his fault past that. So
Parker Brailsford, I think Parker Brailsford did pretty good this last game. He got some protection in. So Jeremy Bernard, Parker, Kevin Riley. Defensively,
yep. I feel like the water boy was giving out like good hydration on defense. I feel like he did a good job. I feel like he did a good job.
The way he extended his arm. Yes, I like that. Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did. He was good. He was good. Yeah, that might be it for the defense. Okay. And this goes to this right here. Randy, one of the things that made me the maddest was I've said a million times, Keon Sabb, one of my favorites on the team.
Yeah,
we've been touted the PFF best safety duo. That was just awful. Like I said, I could take getting beat. I can't take you jogging after people. It's just I don't know. I shouldn't be giving a better effort than you guys. I should not care more than the guys on the field. Yeah. So go ahead, Rodg.
No, I mean, I agree. I'm just looking at Randy's question here. The effort wasn't there. A lot of guys were jogging. There was just a lack for me. Randy, was a lack of intensity. Guys was just like whenever we would mess up on plays or whenever they would, score touchdowns or whatever the case may be. It doesn't seem like we were holding each other accountable. We just jog back to the sideline. But it is what it is. Maybe we'll get them next time. But they didn't look good. As far as the O-line, I think the O-line played a good first quarter. Then somewhere in the second quarter, in the second half, the O-line just decided to stop blocking.
Yeah. We also went away from the run too early too, I think, Randy. So it was just kind of an uneven effort throughout. But I don't like our strategy or play calling either.
And all of these losses that DeBoer has had at Alabama, we've ran for under 100 yards in all the losses.
Yeah. But was our leading rusher in the game had 6 rushes? Like I don't understand how you're even trying to win like that. That doesn't make sense to me. So
yeah.
And especially in a game like the game wasn't so out of control that you couldn't have kept running. So I don't. Yeah. Kevin Riley had 5 carries. Richard Young had 9. Ty Sims had 9. Of course, you don't count that. So
I don't count that.
Richard Young and 5 for Kevin Riley, who was averaging 6 runs a carry. 6 yards a carry. So
if you're averaging 6 yards a carry, then keep giving them the ball. Shoot.
Yeah, at least keep trying it. We weren't down by 20, so Mike, it's at an all-time low.
Yeah,
this would have been a disaster. We said it on our wrap up, and like I said, guys, we're trying not to go back too much to the game, but we do want to answer people's questions, and that we love y'all. Y'all are our people. It was deafening in there. Yes, it was an absolute beast of an environment. That is not where I wanted to see Keelan. I would have seen Austin Mack before Keelan Russell in that game.
I agree. There was a guy sitting 2 rows behind us that kept saying, "Put in Keelan. Put in Keelan." I wanted to turn around, look at him, and say, "No, but this is not the right time to be doing this.
It's not the place."
We'll see him. Yeah. We'll see Keelan and Austin Mack Saturday. But right now, let Ty go through this. Let him experience this. Let him work these kinks out, and let him get this first game out the way.
Yeah,
putting in somebody else
lost people.
No, when your offensive line is not blocking,
throws he wants back. Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? Ty scrambled a lot in that last game. He's like, "Dude, what do you want me to do? Yeah. I'm running for my life."
Yeah. So I don't. That's not a Ty thing for sure. Yeah, Nick, we gonna have to lock something down. I said, that game just made me sad. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, I agree.
That's why I said.
We need to see backups in the third quarter.
62-7. We need to put up a lot of points early on.
I guess nobody likes my singing.
I don't.
Isn't it sheer energy legs? She's got legs.
No, they
She
put in the
knows
comments
how
it was ZZ. Is it ZZ? Didn't somebody say ZZ Top?
I thought it was.
By the way, what does the ZZ and ZZ Top stand for? And don't say ZZ. Don't say that. Don't say that. I knew you were going to say that. Let me know in the comments. What does ZZ stand for?
I just remember from a commercial.
What commercial was
I've ever heard the song.
Since you remember everything, what commercial was it?
Sheer energy legs. Like, isn't that a product? Sheer
was it
energy legs. Yeah, my legs. Huh. She's got legs.
Yeah, but why do you? The question is, why do you remember that? Like, stop.
I feel bad for anybody who tuned in, like right now, and they're like, what is this show about? Yeah, this is what happens when Alabama plays that bad. This is what our goes to. Yeah. No, absolutely, Sadie, especially on defense. You just can't. I'll say it a million times. I cannot be showing more passion for the game than you are when you're on the field. Right. So,
ZZ Top.
She said sharp dress. Yep, ZZ Top. Oh, did he? Because it looked terrible.
I think he had a sack. I want to say he had a sack in that game. Sab had, Keon Sab had our only sack. Keon Sab had the only sack. I remember seeing that.
I'll say this: that was definitely a different time than when Bear Bryant. But to your point, we should have been running the ball way more. At least the game script was just never. We were down 17-7 was like the worst. And I know we lost at 30. Well, I got that 31-14, 17, but. We could have been running the ball in the second half. We got to stop.
After we got that
stop, second half. Yeah,
after we got that stop in the third quarter, we just went to pass, run, pass. I feel like we should have been running the ball a little bit more.
We compliment. Yeah, it's all we got. It's all we got. So, I'm sorry, Carol. I just don't know. It. In the standings, when teams beat, they jump on the rankings instead of being tested on slow because they beat us. We're definitely on a decline right now, but it's kind of they're beating the memory of Alabama, and that's why they're still rushing the field. So I don't want it. I don't know. I don't want it to get to a point where people stop rushing the field because then that means they don't care anymore. So
but I think people are doing this now because they know that Alabama's a little more vulnerable than we used to be. So they're going to do it right now because we're not always going to be like this. Things aren't always going to be like this. And I want to say one quick thing. I hate to admit this. No, it is. But the period that Alabama was going through right now is a period of football we were going to go through anyway once Nick Saban left, regardless of who the head coach was. I don't care what anybody says. That's just part of it. This is something we have to experience. It was going to be some sort of transitional period, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's going to happen. We're going through it right now. Let's deal with it.
I'm saying I hope it's a one-off, but it's like
Crimson Watch.
It's an excellent question.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. Okay. You're going up against an opponent that trash talked you, and that was the effort. Like, to me, that should have been, if we had sleptwalked through ULM after destroying Florida State, I can understand that. You beat Georgia and you kind of sleepwalk through Vandy. Those are things that you kind of see. But the first game of the year, your defense is supposed to set the tone. If we hadn't scored on the first drive, but then the defense was playing lights out, I'm like, okay, I can understand this. But scoring on your first drive and then the defense letting down is just not something I can handle. I'm going to say a one-off because I'm hopeful.
Yep.
But do I have any actual hope for it? I have no idea.
I'm going to say a one-off too, Crimson Watch. I'm hoping and praying that we get better week in and week out. Yeah. Hoping and praying. A lot.
Carol, feels like it from the way he started, and it also feels like he's not holding guys accountable enough. From the stuff that we saw in the game, somebody needs to be yanked. There needs more people need to be pulled, and I understand maybe you're not going to be the same intensity, you're not going to break something, but somebody's got to be made an example. Like I said, I would have chopped somebody's head off and then showed it to the rest of the team. I would have carried the head around for the whole rest of the game until everybody, shaped up. So you can get it. Yeah, I hope it's an anomaly because Josh Pate is usually a little bit better than that, but
pretty accurate.
I bet Jay Bake.
Yeah.
I bet. So Keelan now fortunately play. Yeah, I don't think Keelan should be in recruit. Rodg and I did our video on underrated on offense. We put in Austin Mack. He should be the next man up. Like, you don't ruin Keelan Russell by throwing him out there too early. So
and you know what happens if you throw Keelan out there too early and he messes up? Then people are going to start blaming the coaches. They shouldn't have put him out there, but this is what you guys wanted, right? So for ZZ Top, okay.
Look, it's too zucchini topsoil.
Yeah.
Look, man, I told her before we got married, I said, look, if you want to back out of this thing and walk away, I said, nobody will blame you. And she still signed up for it. Marrying a Ragsdale man is not easy. But I gave her an out. Sure. I said, if you want to walk away, nobody be upset. So it may be a short form of the brand name Zigzag and Top Roll. So everybody's like, people got to go, why are we talking about ZZ Top?
Yeah,
I don't know. I had nothing to do with it.
Lady Alpha, you might be exactly right. I honestly have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So this was actually something we addressed on Talking Bama on Sunday about Williams. My problem with him is I think he's your guy if you want to go downfield and, okay. So the play where he got the pass interference in the end zone, which would have been a pro throw type catch.
Yep.
That's the catch I expected him to make. The little ones over the middle, the in trap, I don't expect him to do any of those. I feel like unless it's spectacular, his mind isn't for it. So he doesn't do the little things. He's willing to do the big and spectacular, but if you're like, hey, here's a slant for 5 yards, you might get hit, but we'll get the first down. I just don't. I feel like that's a 50-50 ball to him, even if it hits both hands. So it's just that's my critique of him. That's something I said on Sunday. Go ahead, Rodg. I'm sorry if you wanted to.
No. I mean, he looked good the first 4 games of last year, had a few more yards after that, but this past Saturday, Ryan Williams did not look good. There were a couple of passes that weren't the best placed passes by Ty Simpson, but they were still very catchable balls. There was one right across the middle that Herb just mentioned. It was a little behind him, but that was a catchable ball. I could have caught that. Ryan Williams should have caught that. Just didn't look sharp this past weekend. Hoping that he improves.
Yeah. I mean, we can't praise him when it's great and not, critique him when it's bad. Yeah. He was second in the SEC last year with drops, and he already added 3 more in this game. And I hate to talk about somebody who's got a concussion, who's in concussion protocol. I don't know if he's playing. I wouldn't play him this week. I feel like you've got enough without him rushing him back. But you need more attention to the little things for him to be a star. So
I saw something where somebody said he was day to day. I'm like, he just had a concussion. When do you go having a concussion and 2 or 3 days later you're day to day? Just sit out, bro.
So that's a great question for balance. We're going to come out and run the ball heavy on the first drive and try to get that going, and then maybe hit some play action stuff. But
I want to see us throw the ball the whole game. If we're going to get 62-7 or 70-7.
Randy, we're playing that game where you got to pick your OC, your DC, and your special teams. Which one of us are you picking as your OC, Randy, Herb, or Rodg? Yeah. Hey, Kat, because Kat gets after me. Look, Kat, you're probably one of the few people we haven't asked out there. Who are you picking, Herb or Rodg? Who's your favorite? So I'm not posting that one, but I did see that comment. Or no, he sent it to us. So yeah,
what's that?
Justin.
Okay.
About placing a junk. You called out the name. I didn't know you hadn't told us the player before, so called for it too because you knocked him upside the head. Yeah, I'm mad that I called for a 15-yard penalty on Castellanos, and we did it at the exact worst time in the entire game to do it. Yep. So that's what all the monitors are for. What's up, Kimberly? Roll Tide. Hope you're having a good one.
Kimberly, thank you for joining us.
And Carol, I saw that when everybody said legs, but you guys were kind of rolling with it. I don't know the songs, so I couldn't correct anybody, but I did see that. So I'd have been okay with one early on, but not at the point where they did it. So Enrique, another Georgia Bulldog.
Enrique, thank you for joining us, sir.
Appreciate you stopping by, man. Thank you, sir. One of our favorites over there.
Appreciate you, man.
Frank Saban might dig up Aaron G songs as the OC. Mike going desperate means now, buddy. So he shouldn't have played. And Tua played in spots before he actually took over. Russell was not ready for that environment. So we better smoke him this weekend. So I guess we're getting already toward the top of the hour. Sorry, we got more comments than I realized. The only other 2 games that we were even going to mention was Oklahoma, Michigan, and Ole Miss and Kentucky. Ole Miss should still win, you would think, talent-wise, but Kentucky, basically knocked them out the playoffs last year, so that should be interesting. Michigan, Oklahoma, the quarterbacks, the new ones for each one.
Yep.
Could be an interesting game.
I would definitely.
It's during our game though, of course. So
yeah, I'm gonna try to catch it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put it on 2 different TVs out there or on the phone or whatever and try to figure it out.
Kara giving, I cover slots. Yeah. And that's what I'll say. Like all that stuff, he needs to be your big play guy. Like Jeremy Bernard has the size and the hands to do your slot stuff or come across the middle. Like that dude's a beast. Ryan Williams needs to be out there trying to make a big play. So I'm shocked sometimes that we don't just toss one up deep to him, once a quarter at least. I've never understood that. That's where he's comfortable. That's where he'll make catches at. So yeah, true. Randy, we appreciate y'all. That's why we stop by y'all. We've always had a good relationship with it. And, as long as we don't lose to ULM in Wisconsin, looking forward to doing some collab stuff before the Georgia game. So,
got to get that in.
3, Cuevas missed 2. There we go. And I didn't realize Cuevas had missed 2, so we'll have to hold Rodg accountable for that.
My boy Cuevo. He did catch a touchdown, though. Shout out to Cuevo.
Is Randy saying Herb? Cat didn't pick, though, right?
No, I think Randy's picking you as the OC.
Oh, okay. Then yes, we're doing more balance. We are doing we're going to establish the run very early on. Depending on what's said out there, I'm going to feed Jeremy Bernard a little bit, draw up some plays specifically for him. Try to get if Isaiah Horton is still out, I'd like to see Rico Scott in there, maybe a little Hale. I guess Meadows has even started playing this last game. Yeah, Latsier Brooks. I want to rotate in there, but we're establishing the run first off. And Kevin Riley ran hard this last game. He might be my number one just to start this game before we can work Jam back in. So, truth of the room. That's decent. Nick, appreciate you, man. Roll Tide. Have a good night.
Nick, get some rest, man. Appreciate you for joining us.
Is Cat avoiding the question? Cat's avoiding the question.
Yeah.
All right, Rod, do you have any other thoughts about those other 2 games? Those are really the only 2 that or worth covering?
No. I think we're good. I knew it, Cat. Bye, Cat. Have a good night, Cat. Bye. Bye, Cat.
Oh, Enrique, we stopped running the ball like in the second quarter.
Yeah.
It didn't seem balanced. So why? I have no idea. The first drive was balanced. Then we just went away from it. So I have no idea at all. I hate to give that answer, but no. All right, Raj. We're right at the top of the hour, so it's probably time. Did you have a couple questions for? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Nick's already left, but he did have a thing that I wanted you to address.
Oh, yes. We do need a Dolphins win. NFL season starts tomorrow. Miami is at Indianapolis Sunday at noon. The Colts are somehow favored by 1.5, which I still don't quite understand.
With Daniel Jones at quarterback.
With Daniel Jones at the quarterback. But maybe this is also focused on lack of chemistry on Miami's part during the offseason. We know Tyreek Hill has expressed his frustration. We're not sure how sharp Tua is going to look. There's a lot of question marks in Miami this season, but hopefully they get answered on Sunday. Of course, I'm picking my Dolphins to win the game.
I like it. I like it. So, and Carol, are you excited about your Eagles versus Dallas tomorrow night too as well?
Oh yeah.
OU gets the job done against Michigan. I think I'm picking that one too. I think I'm going with Oklahoma and Ole Miss in the 2 games that we talked about.
Yeah.
So, Baltimore Ravens, that's gonna be a tough one. That is gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
So I want to say my pick 'em. You might want to close your ears, Kimberly. I think I picked the Bills to win.
I picked Baltimore. Sorry. I think I picked Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because I just want Buffalo to win, but I shouldn't have that.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Rod. What you got for me, homie?
Question number 1. You're one of our favorite games, a staple of the HerbnRodg Podcast. Work, play, live, ditch. Since after the loss of Florida State, everybody wanted to start.
What are those 4 again? Tell me again.
Everybody wanted to talk about the coaching carousel and DeBoer's future, blah, 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 blah. We've seen a lot of names being thrown out on social media. I'm only using these names for this game because it just to fit it in. Work, play, live, ditch. John Gruden, Lane Kiffin, Tommy Rees, or Glenn Schumann. Or Glenn Schumann, the defensive coordinator of Georgia. You're ditching Tommy Rees already?
Yeah, deuces, Tommy.
Okay.
What was the first one? Lane Kiffin and who was the first two?
Lane Kiffin, John Gruden, and Glenn Schumann.
Oh, okay. So Lane, we're going out with. Lane looks like we would have a good time. He also looks like he probably hogs all the women, so it's a good thing I'm married already. But me and Lane don't look like he shares, Rodg. I guess that makes. I guess I'll work with Gruden. No. What was the last name?
Glenn Schumann, defensive coordinator of Georgia. Did you already mention him?
Schumann. I'm gonna work with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna work with him.
Makes sense.
He's a Georgia guy, he's gonna be structured. I better be there early. We better get it done, knock off. But yeah, we'll work with Schumann. So I guess I'm living with Gruden. My only problem with living with Gruden is I feel like every day I come home and he'd be like, "Hey, Rumi, you want to watch some game film?" And I'm like, "No,
no."
I don't want to watch."
Living with Gruden, Gruden might say,
it, Enrique.
If you're living with Gruden, he'd be like, instead of just saying, "Hey, can you grab me a Coke or something?" He'd be like, "Fly white 2 bananas, Z-bar up right down." You're like, dude, what does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, come on, give me a beer, bro. Like, just say, "Give me a beer" next time. Jeez.
Lane Kiffin girlfriend. He's not currying. They've reconciled or back together.
Are you really Googling that?
I don't know. Yes, it's breaking news. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So live next to Gruden. Yeah. I'm sorry. He gets all the swag boxes, maybe. But like I said, I don't want to be doing that all day. So.
That's another thing Justin just pointed out.
By the way, we were throwing out names. Yeah. Go ahead.
No. Justin just pointed out D'Amico Ryan. Yeah, I saw that name being thrown out too. He's not leaving the Texans either. He's got a really good thing going on there. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So,
if by the way we're going to be complaining about the 3 if this is the score,
exactly. I can live with that, but someone's going to be like, "I can't believe we gave up a field goal."
Yep. And that's what I just read. So I didn't know that until then. So the Michaelis Cowgirls. Yep. I think the Eagles take it. Go ahead, Rodg. What's number 2?
All right. So apparently we need to fire up the intensity with the program. We need a butt whooping. We need a really, really hard week at practice. We need a wake-up call. Out of these names, who do you want coming in to practice tomorrow? No, tomorrow. Friday. I'm sorry. To kind of give us that butt kicking that we need at the end of the week, towards the end of the week, prior to the game. Darth Vader, He-Man, Dr. Doom, or Iron Man?
It's either Darth or Dr. Doom. I need a bad guy.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody to die.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I kind of gave it a mix-up. I don't want anybody to die, but somebody's got a lot of fire under our butt. So,
but like He-Man, I don't know. I'm throwing that one out. He-Man doesn't inspire me. Okay, I was always G.I. Joe and Transformers, right? Iron Man will just be like, "Oh, forget it. I'll do it myself." So you have to have. It's got to be Dr. Doom or Darth Vader. But
I don't want anybody to die.
One of those guys in charge, somebody is going to die. Like, that's just it. I'm going Darth.
Okay.
I can just see it, like the lack of,
I don't think anybody has to die under Darth.
Effort is disturbing. What?
That's what I'm saying. He'll threaten somebody. He might choke them to the point of death, but he won't actually kill them.
Maybe.
We'll go to Darth. Yeah.
That's how people got promoted, though. Like that's the thing. If you're the first string and the second stringer taking your job, it's, I find your lack of hustle disturbing.
Did you miss a tackle? You'd be like,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So yeah, I'm going Darth Vader. Easy.
Okay.
Dr. Doom would blow up the whole facility and then build robots to replace everybody and make them go run. So,
yeah, you kind of kill some people. People are mad at you in Tuscaloosa. You got to kind of answer to them on, "Hey, coach."
Yes. I like that. I find your lack of hustle disturbing. And then
you said that like 8 times already. We get it.
So Rodg, you know what the thing that made me the saddest this past weekend is we were in a chat and I had a great joke and only one person recognized the joke. It made me sad.
Remind me.
I can't repeat the joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very bawdy.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right. Let's get our last comments and head on out there. He said that we're Saban and D'Amico Ryans. I would love D'Amico. I don't think he's coming. So Iron Man would definitely be drunk. Absolutely. I feel y'all's paying place later because yep. And I agree. And we're just not seeing that. Which, by the way, how'd you find us? And thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for turning in, Black Shirt. We appreciate you. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see all different fan bases here. So thank you. So the championship bat for the Philadelphia. Yeah. That's the way to rub it into your do you believe this, Yarn? Said, I didn't know it was banner night either. I don't know if I believe that.
Who said that?
Darth B. Jacob. So I agree. The coach of the Eagles said he didn't know they were getting their banners that night.
Yeah, he did. Come on.
Yep. All right, folks. Once again, thank you. Appreciate it, y'all. These hours go so fast. So we appreciate all the comments. We will be here Saturday night at some point.
Yes.
Sometime in the third or fourth quarter. We'll live stream the rest of the game, give you our thoughts on that game and the rest of the half. Next Wednesday, we'll be back at 8 to like I said, we're not going to recap. We're going to be moving on to Wisconsin by then. So we'll try to give you our thoughts this weekend. Look out for our videos, Bama versus the world, and our college picks, which I believe out of 5 picks, I went 1-4 this past weekend. So
really? I didn't even look at those. Wait, did you pick TCU or North Carolina? I thought we both picked TCU.
So J Banks here.
You picked North Carolina?
Woo! I think the only one I got right was Ohio State. Raj, any final thoughts?
No final thoughts. Looking forward to this weekend. Again, I need 62-7 or 70-7. That will make me happy.
Yes. Folks, we hope to see you. Check out our videos. Go subscribe. We appreciate you. We love y'all, all of y'all, and we will see you on Saturday night going live. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Roll Tide.